We at a place that's very, very dear to my heart, Main Street Boxing Gym. This is a place where, that's why I started off. A lot of people don't know that outside of podcasting, I box. I don't really announce that a lot, really, but this is somewhere, that's near and dear to my heart. For all my RDWA fans, y'all already know what time it is. With championship boxer, future of the Dream Middleweight class division, future of boxing. Straight out of Houston, Texas, straight out of Missouri City, Texas. Y'all know his face. Y'all seen the episode a long time ago last year, 2 years ago at that. Austin Williams is here with me.
Yes, sir.
This is really his gym. I'm just here in his presence.
Yeah.
So this is more of his gym. And I remember we talked about it a long time ago when we came on the show about how you got started in boxing. And you just like that, 2 years you get probably a year.
Yeah.
I want to say 2 years maybe that you got 5 belts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's nothing to just poo-poo about.
Yeah.
So just talk about your drive that you had then and what you have now in 2019.
When I got that first interview, I was still very new in the game. Everything was still a shock. You know what I mean? As far as the amateur boxing game goes, and I still got a lot to learn because I got more steps to take as far as being a professional and fighting internationally and all types of things like that. So I'm still a baby in the game.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot more seasoned. I've been in the ring with champions now. I've been in the ring with Olympians now. I've been in the ring with pretty much top of the top, and I've held my own pretty well. So
Right.
I mean, it makes my hunger a lot more because now I can be more creative. At the time I was on the interview with you, I still was getting my fundamentals down and trying to perfect things. Now I pretty much had those things down.
Right.
So it's a lot easier for me to add my own flavor and my own style to my game.
Right.
And that makes me, a lot more excited to keep getting better, keep grinding.
We're in 2019. I know you have an announcement to make. We're going to wait for that. We're going to let people wait.
Yeah.
But before that announcement, because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Talk about this gym that we standing in right now, Main Street.
This gym is legendary. It's been a place for decades. It's been an entity for decades. And when I stepped into this place, I didn't even know how powerful it was. I didn't know how renowned it was or anything. As y'all know, I came straight from basketball, so I wasn't even into, boxing that deep.
Right.
But I came here and I came to the right place. That's another thing that lets me know that God's been guiding me because this has to be the best boxing spot in Houston, Texas. I've seen champions be made. Unfortunately, I've seen people get out the gym. I've seen people retire. I've seen everything here. I've seen people prepare for world championship fights. This is seriously a historic spot for boxing.
Right.
I mean, if you're anybody in the game, you know about Main Boxing Gym. And for me, it's been amazing because it taught me, really all aspects of the game. I've seen guys in here as a pro. I've seen guys in here as high-level amateurs. I've seen guys in here as world champions.
Right.
I've seen all different dynamics of boxing. I've seen all different dynamics of coaches and everything. So that gave me a different type of knowledge that I feel like prepares me to be the greatest like I want to be.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like we talked about it before, a lot of people just think people like Mayweather just got the TMT gym soon as he started.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He started in places like this. You got to start everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I know I refer to I use a lot of video game references, but it's like fight night.
Yeah.
You start your career off in a small gym.
Yeah.
You start off your basketball career in small gyms, and those gyms, it's like getting your first car.
Yeah.
Your first car can be your most important one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it too, and people don't realize that this is important to you.
Yeah.
This is home.
This is it. This is everything to me. I'm very lucky because this is actually like the school of hard knocks. You know what I mean? You come in here, everybody in here wants to be the best. You don't want to be the best in this sport. You don't need to do this sport. And those people are easily waned out.
Right.
So, I mean, at the core, you're really surrounded by people who want to be the best and want to prove they're the best every day.
Right.
With that being said, me as a new guy, I'm in the ring with guys who paid their dues and they earned their stripes and they want to show like this kid doesn't belong to be in the ring with me.
Mm-hmm.
That gives them extra fuel to go even harder. So I mean, with all of those lessons I've taken, I've learned so much that elevated me a lot. This is my first gym, but I mean, with the caliber of the gym, I believe this can be my gym. You know, through my career, I can always come back for camps at this place. I can always come back until I make my own gym and start my own legacy. As far as in the gym world, this will be my home. We got some other places I might go, you know, and check out and maybe even do a camp.
Right.
But this is my gym. This is home. This always will be home.
One thing I was gonna ask about was the hunger.
Okay.
I follow you on Instagram. We follow each other on there.
Yeah.
And one thing I always say is your hunger is like it's undeniable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you a pit. I tell Monday all the time. I say, yo, you like a pit bull, yo.
Yeah.
Like it's like everything. It's like I feel like something happened because I kind of got that hunger in me, right?
Yeah.
So where it's like any little thing would tick you off, but you would keep it in your back pocket.
Yeah.
And it's fuel to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with you.
Well, let me explain to you exactly how my hunger works. It actually was a process for me learning how to really use that savage mode, you know, stuff like that, because I always had an idea when I first started boxing. I think I said this in my first interview, is that I look at it as art. You know, it's barbaric. People look at it and just think it's barbaric. You know what I mean? They think it's just a savage sport, you know, and I wanted to take it and I wanted to turn that around and show the art of it. But as I got a little deeper, a little older in the game and stuff, and I start, you know, experiencing more things, more hectic situations, I had to realize you do have to be able to muster all energy and turn it into that savage hunger. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I used to try to stay away from the anger and stuff like that, because we all know anger would anger is not something you want to use in fight. But that energy, the energy that you get from anger, the energy you get from anything on a bad side, good side, you take it, you learn how to harvest it, and you learn how to put it into your grind, your craft, whatever it is. And for me, learning how to use every emotion, I mean, happiness, sadness, anger, fear, whatever it is. I'm not a person that say I lack in any emotional areas.
Right.
Because if you say that, then that takes away from your courage. You know what I mean? If you say I ain't never scared, I ain't never got no fear, I ain't never this and that, then you ain't got nothing to your courage is non-existent, because it's nothing for you to go and take risks, because you're not scared of anything or you're not worried about anything, you know.
Right.
So I just learned how to really use every single emotion, sadness, stress, happiness, whatever. And I learned how to turn that into fuel to be the greatest. If it can't be turned into fuel to be the greatest, then I discard it. So what y'all see, and the reason why y'all can see me so hungry every single day, like, when does he stop? The reason why I can do that is because I learned how to harvest each and every emotion and turn it into fuel, turn it into gas.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of stuff in common, especially when it comes to that. Because I get my hunger from the doubt I got when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? I've been doubted forever.
Yeah.
I was always the guy that had the talent in sports, but I could never apply it by like staying on the court, failing all the time.
Yeah.
And I got told, oh, you can't do this. Because one thing I learned too is that only you gonna believe in yourself 1,000%.
Only you.
People around you they could believe in you, but it's gonna be that small percentage, like I don't know, that small percentage of doubt.
Yeah.
Only you is gonna believe in yourself 1,000%.
Only you.
And once you drive yourself and you give yourself that hunger, you self-motivated, only the top you can go.
Right. And the thing about that is, most people don't realize and most people don't understand is the way you develop hunger like that is through going through things. You know, people think you develop that confidence, that unshakable confidence by winning all the time, never taking a loss, never having a bad day, stuff like that. They think that's actually the way you build that unshakable confidence.
Yeah.
But actually it's the exact opposite. You know, it's going through whatever, going through tragedy, going through hard days, trials and tribulations, and knowing that you can overcome it and still come out a champ, overcome it and still do what you said you was gonna do. And that's what gives you that unshakable confidence that allows you to go no matter what happens.
Yeah.
And if you can only go when everything perfect, then you're gonna be a sporadic guy. You're not gonna be a consistent fighter. Gonna be a consistent anything, businessman.
Right.
Whatever your craft is, you won't be consistent in that because you never went through nothing. Soon as something happened to you, now you down, you in the bed for 3 weeks.
Yeah, you
You
crumbling
sad,
up.
you crumbling, you can't go, you can't get off the bed.
Yeah,
So you gotta have that. You gotta have the trials. You gotta have the tribulations.
it's all about adversity.
All about it.
It's all about adversity. That's the one thing. That's how you see all the greatest people ever in sports. They went through adversity. You look at basketball. MJ was cut in high school.
Yeah.
You go to football. You go to boxing. Ali, he been through segregation. All that. That's why he was the greatest in boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think even though Mayweather has the undefeated record.
Yeah.
To me personally, I don't look at him as the greatest. I look at Ali because he went through a lot, way more. I'm pretty sure Mayweather went through a lot.
Yeah.
But Ali went through so much, he infected a lot of people. So I'm gonna ask you this: how far do you see yourself going? Because I know you want to be the greatest.
Yeah.
But what's the next step?
The greatest is definitely in the people. That's not to say do what you love to do for people's acceptance. No, I'm not saying that. But greatness is in the people. And what I mean by that is it's the ability to be able to connect with people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if you're great and you're awesome and you're amazing, but nobody can relate to your story, nobody can take from your story some sort of essence and apply it to their own life,
right?
Then it's really just something we can applaud, something we can say, oh, he was awesome, he was great. Right. But what does he do for my life? What does he do for my kids' life? What did he do for my parents' life? Stuff like that. And with me, I always felt like I had that charm where no matter what happened to me, I could connect with everybody. And I could use my trials, I could use my tribulations, and not be scared to show them because I knew it was somebody out there going through something similar. Right. And that helped me so much. Always keep content as well because I didn't have to only have that perfect knockout to post something. I could go through a tragedy and I post it just like I post my accomplishments. You know what I mean? And I think that opens up the door for people to connect with me at all times and people to really know me and people know how I handle everything, good, bad. Not everybody's going to be a boxing champion. Not everybody going to be a lawyer. Not everybody going to be a doctor. Not everybody going to be these, staple things that everybody thinks means success. Not everybody's going to be that. So if you can find a way to connect with a person's life who's doing nothing like you, nothing even close, you find some way to connect with those people, then I feel like that's how you become the greatest. Because people are not just going to tune in for the fight. Most people around the world don't even know anything about fighting, honestly. Right. They're going to tune in for you, for ammo, and that's what I'm pushing to do. And I really feel like that's what I'm on the path to doing.
And I told you this when I came up here the other day. I said boxing has 3 jobs.
Yeah.
The fight in the ring, the fight with marketing.
Yeah.
With the money side, and then promoting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it's like 3 jobs you have to work. You have while you're a boxer because you have to get the right promotion team, and you have to be able to fight, perform in the ring.
Right.
And you have to market yourself. The weigh-ins, the press conferences, the self-promotion. You got to sell the fight.
Right.
I think that's another way of, how you become great in boxing.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, if you really think about it, it's the same in all sports. It's the same in even something with an amazing governing body like the NBA, NFL. It's a couple of people that we know. It's a couple of guys out of all of those players. It's a couple staple guys. It's a LeBron, it's a Steph Curry, it's a KD. Right. It's those guys, and the reason why is because they had all of those factors down.
Right.
It's a lot of people who can perform. I mean, God gave a lot of people the talent to go out and execute these numbers and these speeds and this vertical and all that. It's a lot of people with that. But I think that's where the intellectual side comes. And that's where you got to really learn, how to speak, how to maneuver in business, how to talk to the right people, how to connect with everybody. Some people are the greatest athlete of all time. And you hear post-conference from their fight, and you literally cannot connect with anything they're saying. or
Right.
you really can't understand anything they're saying. You know what I mean?
Right,
And things
right.
like that. So
Yeah.
now, you only got 33% of the game down when you need 100% to be the best, or you need 100% to be some sort of force in your sport. So, like I said, I think it's the same. Boxing is a little bit more of the wild, wild west.
Right.
Um, as far as when it comes to them things, because you got to get your own kind of platforms.
Yeah.
But um, across the board, it's pretty much the same. And I know the importance of those things, so I think I got that down. It's gonna be pretty easy for me.
I'm gonna ask you this: do you think it helps or hurt that boxing don't have a overseer? So you have Adam Silver with in the NBA, Dana White UFC, even hell Vince McMahon in WWE.
Yeah.
Do you think it helps or hurts that boxing don't have no overseer when it comes to fights? Because sometimes you think you want to fight, you can look at it, you can look at the tape and be like, damn, I know I won this fight, but when they go to the judges, it's like they had their own motive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Almost. Do you think it helps or it hurts?
It definitely is something that hurts the sport. It hurts the sport. It does. That's something that makes boxing very controversial. We know that, and it's something that makes it very dramatic. But at the same time, it's a drama show. Boxing is a drama show. Boxing is more components than just one. And like I said before, that brings us back to the last question. I mean, you might have a fighter who's amazing and can take this one guy out. I mean, he beat him fair and square, everything outscored him, outpointed him, but he didn't beat him enough to take that guy's status away. He didn't beat that guy enough to take that guy's marketability away. And if they replace this super marketable fighter with this guy who can't even connect with his daughter,
Right.
if they take that away, then now everybody loses money. At the end of the day, it's a business. You got to kind of just understand how business works and how to put yourself in the greatest position to be in the best position.
Right.
So I always had an idea that that's the one thing. A lot of people hear that and it scares them and they get away from the sport. They don't want anything to do with the sport.
Right.
But I look around the world and I see all boxing is a mirror of real life. I mean, some people who go to college, they get a degree, they get the best degree from the best school and all that, and they apply for this job. And the CEO of this job has a granddaughter who probably ain't had the best degree. It probably ain't get all the accolades or finish at the top of her class, but that's his granddaughter. So guess who's gonna get the job? His granddaughter gonna get the job. Is that fair? No, but that's life. And I think you got to understand that it's nothing fair in life. You know, everything has its politics. Everything has its unjust things. Right. But you just got to learn how to maneuver in it. You got to learn how to put yourself in the best situation to be in the best position.
Right. So when you step in the ring, sparring or working out with your trainer or hell, a real fight, what goes through your head every time when you step inside the ring?
It's a sense, actually, this is crazy, but it's a sense of comfort. It's a sense of relief. It's a sense of, I get to create again. It's fun. It's like this very satisfying feeling, man. 'Cause, I mean, think about the fights. I don't care who you are. You fighting somebody really good, your mind gonna think on it. Your mind is gonna really work on it for a while. It's gonna work on it. It's gonna keep you a little restless. You know, you probably gonna dream of the fight. That stuff happens, and the reason why is because your mind has to prepare your body for what's to come. You know, and if it ain't on your mind, then you need to be worried because you know you probably ain't in it as much as you need to be. But all of those moments, and this is as far as the fight, all of those moments, the day before, the eating, you know, making sure you hydrated, wondering how things gonna go, you know, how the judges gonna be. All of that is like a stressor, you know. And then as soon as you step in the ring and you make it, and it's just like a complete. It's like it's time. It's time. So as far as with a fight, I mean, when you step in this ring, it's like I ain't gotta worry about nothing. Now I can just perform. I made it. I can do what I need to do. And then for sparring and things and working out and working on the craft, I just feel like an artist when I'm in here, literally just working on a new blank canvas and just being able to get my ideas out in a different way. You know, learning. I feel good. I know that I'm investing. I'm planting another seed. You know what I mean? So it's just an amazing feeling, and it's a blessing because injuries happen, things happen where you can't be in the ring. And that's the thing you miss the most as a boxer. This is your home. This is where your foundation is laid. So it's an amazing feeling to be in here every time.
Do you ever, I know we talked about the judges earlier. We talked about how the business is in boxing. But do you ever worry sometimes after a fight if you didn't knock them out in the fight and it goes down to the judges? Do you ever worry about that?
Every time. Every single time. I worry about it every time.
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, the smartest philosophy to have is to try to take a guy out. That's the best philosophy to have is to try to get the fight over with, leave the fight out of the hands of the judges. You lose in a split decision, that's what you're going to hear. That's the saying you're going to hear. That's the quote you're going to hear. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges. You never know what they think. At the end of the day, it's somebody's opinion. It's literally someone's opinion. You can't prepare yourself for everybody's opinion. You definitely can't prepare yourself for 5 judges' opinions or 3 or whatever your show calls for. So you got to really just do your best to find out how to tactically destroy and get guys out of there, because then it's no question. Right. And I didn't have fights in the amateurs that I just walked out bouncing around happy, just knew it was mine, you know what I mean? Right. And I lost. I lost a split decision, you know what I mean? And that's a terrible feeling. It feels like you feel like somebody just literally took something from you that you worked for so hard. But I mean, you got to charge it to the game. There's certain things you just got to charge to the game and know how that's how it goes. And that's pretty much my philosophy. If I don't take them out, then I didn't do my job anyway. So we all know how it goes. It ain't no time to sit down sad and depressed and stuff because you're shocked. It's gonna hurt, but it's time to get back to work. And like I said, learn how to tactically, gracefully destroy.
So we're gonna get right to it. You hit me up, I want to say 2 weeks ago, on Instagram, saying you had an announcement to make.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you want to come to my show and make the announcement. But instead of coming to the studio, I came to your gym. This is your home.
Yeah, it's my house.
So for me coming to your home and bring me to what it is, this major announcement, I'm gonna step out the way. And you got the floor. You got the canvas, my brother.
Well, as everybody knows, I've been down for a little bit, moving in silence. I ain't really told nobody what was going on, but some amazing things have happened in my life. I'm no longer an amateur boxer no more. I decided to go professional, and I'm going to go with DAZN, Matchroom Boxing, and Eddie Hearn. They offered me some amazing things that really helped my life, and it allows me to let my passion be my job. You know, I get to wake up and just literally box. I get to wake up and box and promote myself and, you know, live life, see the world. And I've been working for that for 3.5 years. 47 fights, 3.5 years, #1 ranking in the nation, national titles, you name it, I did it. So now it's time for me to make this very profitable for myself and start getting on the platform to really be able to connect with you guys more. So that's the announcement. Austin Williams no longer amateur boxer. It's time to chase these world championships, baby. Yes, sir.
So what made you, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was, like I said, I've been anxious. I've been waiting for 2 weeks. I didn't know people. I didn't know about the announcement.
Yeah.
I found out just like y'all. But what made you come to that decision?
I mean, like we talked about earlier, boxing is its own business. You know what I mean? And I was fortunate enough to really make a name for myself worldwide on the amateur platform. Yeah. I had to ask myself, did I want to wait another year? Because I did start boxing late. I started at 19. I said, do I want to wait another year and continue chasing the Olympics, which is amazing. That's still a great thing. Or did I want to use what I have now and really capitalize on what I have now? Because amateur boxing and professional boxing, two different things. The headgears come off, the gloves get smaller. The business side comes into play and things like that. And money, you know, bids. You got to get the fights. You got to be with the right person. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna get my feet wet in this arena, and I'm ready for it. I know how to talk. I know how to speak. I know how to connect with people, and I really am very confident in my fighting skills. Right. So I want to learn on the job. I mean, I don't feel like I have to be a perfectionist in the amateurs because things are going to change.
Right.
And I want to feel the difference of no headgear. You got to watch out for headbutts now, elbows, dirty fighters, experienced vets, stuff like that. I'm ready to step into that realm and really learn and expand myself. So that's what made me come to that conclusion. It was hard because, of course, that was one of my goals, was to be an Olympic gold medalist.
I was going to ask you, too, because I remember you came on my show and you asked first time you said that you was going to aim for 2020 Olympics.
2020, yeah.
So what made you change your mind?
What made me change my mind on that is exactly what I said before. You know, I just had to weigh my options at the time.
Yeah.
And I had to really, you know, no matter who you are, you got to pay your dues in the professional ranks. You got to fight your way up. And I know now I'm 22 years old, so I'm ready to start getting those early fights out the way.
Right.
Start getting to the, you know, very, very important fights, the world championships, as young as possible. Because my ultimate goal is to be 3-time undisputed world champions, and that I gotta be in 3 different weight classes to do that.
Right.
So that's gonna take time, and I know that I can knock out a lot of these early fights at the age of 22, and I can really make this a great ride for myself. So I just had to weigh my options, and that's what I did.
Right. Well, damn it, I have an announcement. Just making announcements around here.
What's that again? What's that announcement?
So I didn't tell a lot of people. I didn't even tell my mama.
Okay.
And my son. He don't know either.
All right.
As you may know, I had this show going on since 2017.
Yeah.
And it's been going on 2 years. It's gonna be 2 years in July. My announcement now is that for the next couple of months, we're not gonna be in the studio. We're gonna be going place to place, episode to episode, moving around. As you may know, right now we in the Main Street Boxing Gym.
Yep. My baby, my home.
In his home.
My home, baby.
So the rest of my episodes, I'm going to your home. I'm not gonna be in the studio for next. I'm gonna switch it up. You know what I'm saying? And a second announcement I have is I'm gonna be in his corner in his pro career. I'm gonna be in Ammo's corner for his career. See, it's a clean slate now, people. All the fights had amateur it's 0-0 now.
Baby.
It's gone.
Oh, no thing.
So when people ask for your record, don't tell them it's 0-0. I'm pro now.
Yeah. Yep.
So when he gets the belts, I'm gonna be his Justin Bieber. I'm gonna be holding the belts through the ring, going to the ring, out from the locker room. I'm gonna have my cameo special when the camera comes inside the locker room.
Talk to him, Akil.
In pay-per-view fights.
Talk to him, Akil.
I'm gonna be the guy right there with all the belts, shining it up real nice with Windex. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Talk to him.
I don't care to come inside the ring.
Okay.
I don't want to get my face beat up. You see this face? I don't want it beat up.
You're going too far now, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
But yo, look, check it out. RDWA, Austin Williams, congratulations. As always, on the road. You know what time it is, baby.
Real deal with Akil, baby. Good work. Good work. Good work.